Hi everybody, thank you so much for joining me. It's the first week of September, my God. This year has just been flying past, I can't believe it. Anyway, I hope that you have a beautiful month ahead of you. Today, I want to talk to you about confidence. And the idea of confidence and stepping out, having the courage to be yourself, to do what you really want, is something that's common. We hear about it all the time. But I still want to discuss it with you because I don't think you can ever be too inspired to be yourself or too inspired to take courage or have the confidence to step out into exactly who you want to be. And so I thought it would be something important for us to talk about, just in case you are feeling a little discouraged or a little bit careful, not knowing how exactly to go about things, or even a little bit fearful of stepping out into exactly who you say you want to be. And so let's get started. Because what I realized is that many of us spend our lives being fearful of something. We could be fearful of change because we are afraid of what other people would think about us. We could be afraid to step out because we think maybe we will fail. We are also afraid of success. So the idea of actually doing so well in the area that we truly want actually scares us into inaction. And I thought it would be good for us to just break down these fears so that you can unpack them and see that there is really nothing to be afraid of. Many of us live our lives for other people. We may not actually realize it, but when we want to change, we just are filled with fear of what other people are going to say or what they're going to think about us. But when we really break it down and say, who am I afraid of? Who are you afraid of? What exactly is it about what they would think or say that you really are terrified of? I mean, think about it. Are you afraid of your Facebook friends? Are you afraid of your friends on Twitter? Are you afraid that you becoming the person that you're really meant to be is going to maybe offend somebody? I can understand all of those feelings, but at the same time, when you really look at who you're afraid of, you start to realize that there's actually no one holding you back but yourself. Because you can always step into the new you, or you can always go for your dreams or for what you want, and no one can say anything to you. And even if they do, what does it matter? This is who you are, and this is how you want to express yourself. If they really love you and if they really are supportive of you, they're going to support the person that you're becoming. And so if people around you don't want you to change for the better, you need to start asking, are these relationships really healthy for me? Because those who really know what it means to transform and to live your life to the fullest want the same for other people. They wish you the best. They want you to step into the very best of yourself, and they encourage you to do it. And those are the people that you want to hang around, because when you are afraid to go forward with something that's good for you, they're going to be there cheering you on and telling you, you can do it, go for it. So think about it this week. Why are you really afraid to change or to become your true self? Who, rather, is holding you back? Who are you afraid of? Some of us are afraid to step into who we really are because we feel that confidence means arrogance. And these two are really not the same. But some of us confuse those things, that, oh, if I confidently say what I want, then I'm going to step on somebody's toes, or I'm going to make somebody else feel inferior. And I don't want to do that, so I'm not going to do it. But when you're somebody who's confident, you actually understand that confidence just simply means to stand in your own truth. To be confident is to know who you are and to not apologize for it. And when you don't apologize for who you are, it doesn't mean that you're rude or that you're going to make somebody else feel inferior. It just means that you know yourself, what you want, where you're going, and you're going to do that. You can be very loving and very confident at the same time. And so don't be afraid to step up and say your point of view for fear that you're being arrogant. Really just understand that to be arrogant is to make other people feel small and that you have a kind of superior, a superiority complex. But when you're confident, you don't have a superiority or an inferiority complex. You're simply just yourself and saying, this is who I am, take me as I am. This is what I can offer, this is what I can do, and I know where I'm going, and this is where I want to go. And when somebody comes to you and offers you something that is not in alignment with you, you just say, I'm sorry, that's not for me. This is the direction I am taking. Sometimes you're the only one who can see where you're going. And I can't stress this enough because when we really get this, it changes a lot. Many of us may not know it, but we are looking to be validated by the people around us. We want them to say that what we're doing is okay. We want them to support us and to say the direction we're taking is the best one for us. But not everybody can see where we're going. This is why when you have dreams, they are really just individual, they're specific to who you are. And by the very nature of the fact that we each have our own dreams, it means that sometimes even those people that are close to you may not even understand where exactly you're going with something. They could support it, but they may not fully get it. And so when times like that arise, you really just need to go for yourself, to really fully take off on your own, because nobody else might quite get what you're trying to say or trying to do. And I experienced this recently, where one day I just sat there and I said, oh my God, I am actually the only one who can really see where I'm going. My loved ones, they don't really get it about me on this particular issue. Not because they don't love me, but just because they cannot see the very same thing that I am seeing. And so when I discuss this issue with them, they're offering me their opinions based on what they feel and how this is affecting them. But they're not really walking in my shoes. And this is actually my own responsibility. And if I want that aspect of my life to change for the better in the way that I'm seeing it, I'm just going to have to step out by myself and do it. And I might not get their support on this topic, but it's okay because I can see where I'm going and they can't see yet where I'm going. Maybe one day they'll get it. I hope they will. But at the moment, they were not really getting it. And I just had to step up by myself and say, okay, I'm going to do A, B, C, and D because that's the direction that will best serve me. So sometimes you will have to do that for yourself on particular issues, to just step out and go for it because no one else quite gets what you're trying to do. It can be lonely, it can even be a little bit scary when that happens, but just know that this is when you can use everything within you, your intuition, and get divine guidance to guide you to where you need to go. That's what it's there for, to help us even when we feel as though other people are not understanding us. You can still rely on your intuition and on the guidance that we get from the universe to take you to the place that will be best for you. So I hope that this helps you this week to just reflect on your dreams. Are you really living them? Are you really stepping out and being the person that you say you want to be? Don't just be somebody who talks the talk. Really walk the walk by having the confidence to actually just step out and be exactly who you are. There's really nothing to be afraid of when you unpack that fear. So do that for yourself this week. Give yourself the opportunity to really look at what you're afraid of and see that at the end of the day, you can be fearful, but step out and do what you need to anyway. It's all about courage and confidence this week. Tell me in the comments how that is going for you. I'm sending you so much love, so many blessings, hoping that you have a beautiful week, that you have the confidence to do at least one thing that you've been hoping to do all this time, to just let go and say, you know what, I'm going to go for it. I hope that you can do that for yourself this week. Don't forget to follow us on Facebook, YouTube, on Twitter, Instagram. We're going to be there chatting with you and just keeping in touch, helping one another to be inspired to live our best lives. Namaste, everybody.